We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, we're knowledgeable, we have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here, you can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Network. I'm Chris Rossetti, and we're here at Sternfield in DuBois, getting ready for Redbank Valley versus Brookville in a D9 showcase event. Game. Brookville, the visiting team, Redbank, the home team tonight. Well, actually, this morning. I apologize for a little late getting on air here. Had some camera issues, but I think we're good to go now. And leading off for Brookville will be Chase Nemo. We'll get the Brookville lineup for you here in a second. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I had to run up and adjust something and came back down. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I had to run up and we're underway with strike one called. We'll get the scoreboard up in a minute. Now it's 0-2 on Chase Nemo. Braylon Wagner throwing for Redbank Valley, 2-1 with a 1.94 earned run average. Wagner working fast. Nemo line drive base hit into right field. Leads off the game with a single. Does Chase Nemo? So Chase Nemo leading off for Brookville. Batting, he's playing second base. Batting second is Parker Colgren doing the pitching. Landon Morera bats third. He catches. Ladd Blake bats fourth. He's the first baseman. Tyler Barnett is number 5, and he is the right fielder. Zach Phillips bats sixth and at third base. Dante Morey bats seventh and in left field. Landon Smith bats 8. He's the shortstop. And Trenton Colgan bats 9th and plays center field for Brookville. 0-1 pitch coming here to Parker Colgan. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. Stealing second base there is Nemo. So now runner in scoring position for Brookville here in the first inning. Just underway. Like I said, I'll get the scoreboard up here in a second. Wagner checks the runner. Second comes home. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Parker Colgren. That's inside. Now it's 3-1 on Colgren. Three balls and a strike on Colgren. Wagner's pitch up high, ball 4. And now runners are at first and second and nobody out for Landon Morera. We're hitting .462 on the season. Winding the pitch. There's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Just underway here. There's a ground ball. They're going to get an out at third, it looks like, and no, the ball is thrown away by Huffman. So Huffman had an easy out at third, and he throws it away. So on the air, the bases are now loaded for Brookville. Bases loaded for the Raiders and Ladd Blake. .464 with a homer and 10 driven in. Blake, fly ball, shallow center field, dropping fast. It'll be a base hit for Ladd Blake, and it's 1-0 Brookville. So Nemo scores. Bases remain loaded. And at the plate is Tyler Barnett, and he fouls the first pitch away, strike 1. Wagner with the delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Barnett. It's a little high, and it's 1-2. Nobody out here for Redbank in the first, or for Brookville in the first with the bases loaded. And there's a ground ball. Shortstop Huffman is going to go home with it, and out at the plate is Colgren. So Huffman that time elected to go home, and on the fielder's choice, Colgren is out. Bases remain loaded, but there's now 1 out here. Setting up the defense for Redbank Valley, Brody Ripples at first, Carson Gold's at second, Jackson Huffman's at short, Brock George is at third. As Zach Phillips steps in. Called strike 1 to Phillips. Wyatt Byers is in left, Isaac Neiswanger is in center, and Jordan Smith is the right fielder. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So that's Ripple, Gold, Huffman, and George first to third. Byers, Neiswanger, Smith left to right. Caden Sturgeon's doing the catching for Braylon Wagner. And he swings and misses, strike 3. Run comes home, though, on a wild pitch, and it's now 2-0. So Brookville will pick up another run on the wild pitch, but they're now 2 away here after the strikeout. Neither of these runs are going to be earned. Now ball 1 to Dante Morey. So single walk, air on a ground ball. Then they had the single followed by a fielder's choice and a strikeout. But the wild pitch on that strikeout allowed a run to come home and score. Wagner's wind in the delivery. It's 3 balls and no strikes here on Morey. Landon Smith is next. There's a called strike. Morey flipped his bat thinking it was ball 4. He's going to have to come back now. Wagner delivers, and now a swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here on Morey. Winding the pitch, swing and a miss. Morey goes down, and the inning is over, but not before Brookville picks up 2 runs on a pair of hits. There was a costly error and 2 left on base at the end of a half an inning here in DuBois. It is Brookville 2 and Redbank Valley coming to bat.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on. Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your cruise planner's advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking discounts. Get in the game with Griggs Travel at griggstravel.com. That's griggstravel.com. John Griggs, Port Allegany grad, 1,000-point scorer, 3-sport standout, ready to help you plan your dream getaway. Cruises, resorts, hotels, tours, everything's handled, even your own travel app, and easy rate booking if plans change.
Back here at Sternfield and DuBois, going to the bottom of the first with Brookville leading Redbank Valley 2-0. Redbank Valley will send up the following lineup. Leading off will be their center fielder, Isaac Neiswanger. Batting second and at second base, Carson Gold. Batting third, doing the pitching, Braylon Wagner. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Jackson Huff. Seventh, and in right field, Jordan Smith. Batting eighth and playing left field, Wyatt Byers, and batting ninth, the designated hitter, Ryan Hepler. So it's Neiswanger, Gold, Wagner, Huffman, George, Sturgeon, Smith, Byers, and Hepler for Redbank Valley. They'll be going against Parker Colgren. Colgren 1-1 on the year, 13 1/3 innings pitched, 3.15 earned run average. He's given up 8 hits, but 14 walks, struck out 21 in those 13 1/3. So Colgren, if he can get that command under, is got a chance to be pretty good here. So defensively for Brookville, Lad Blake's at first. Chase Nemo is the second baseman. Landon Smith, the shortstop. Zach Phillips is at third. Dante Morey is in left. Trent Colgan in center. And Tyler Barnett is the right fielder. Landon Morera doing the catching for Colgren, who in his first pitch in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike here. Again, that defense is Blake, Nemo, Smith, Phillips first to third, Morey, Colgan, Barnett left to right, Morera doing the catching for Colgren. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes here on the leadoff man, Isaac Neiswanger, hitting 400 on the season. He's really been a catalyst for Redbank Valley. One ball and 2 strikes. That's down low, and now it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wind into delivery. That ball is hit out into deep right center field, going over. It's going to be off the wall. And then falling as he heads towards second is Nicewanger, and he's still going to get in there standing up as he tripped over his own feet in between first and second, did a little bit of a somersault, but he's in with a leadoff double here for Redbank Valley. Early morning baseball, folks. That'll bring up Carson Gold. Nicewanger is at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. 2-0. Redbank Valley trails Brookville. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Throw down to second. Nicewanger back in safely. One ball, one strike here. Now it's 2-1. That's fouled away, and now it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes here on Carson Gold with a runner at second. Nobody out for Redbank in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. Parker Colgren's pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Colgren for the first out. That'll bring up Braylon Wagner looking to help himself. Braylon hitting .524 in the year, 16 runs driven in. Braylon, the District 9 Player of the Year by our website last spring. Check of the runner at second delivers. Outside ball one. Colgren looks back, checks. Nicewanger at second. Comes home with the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Adjust on 2 balls and no strikes. That's a strike. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-1 here on Wagner. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Wagner. Nicewanger, the runner at second. Winding the 3-1. Wagner chops it. Third baseman can't get it. That's Phillips. Boy, Wagner might have beaten that out anyhow. That's a tough play. I'm gonna put that in the book as a single. I don't know what they'll do in Game Changer, but in my book, that's a single for Wagner. First and third here. We'll see what they called it. I could see it going either way. It was a tough chop off the turf, and Wagner runs well, so it would have been a tough play, but we'll see what they end up giving him as Jackson Huffman comes to the plate. So ball 1 to Huffman. Yeah, they're calling it an error, so we'll call it an error. Runner goes. Throw, go back to the pitcher. Niswanger's picked off. Oh, he got picked off on that play. My goodness. Niswanger, just an adventure on the base paths in this inning, and he got picked off on the oldest play in the book. The catcher throwing the ball right back to the pitcher. So on the fielders, and also robs Wagner of a stolen base. So it's caught stealing 2-1-5-2. So now there are 2 outs and a runner at second. For Huffman. There's a called strike. I think the count is 0-2 here. It was 1-1. Now it's 1-2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braylon Wagner's at second for Jackson Huffman. Parker Colgren set, delivers. Getting out there and fouling it off is Huffman. Two pitch, runner going. Huffman, fly ball, right field. Right fielder Barnett is there. He'll put it away. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, an error, and 1 left on base at the end of 1 full inning here in DuBois. It is Redbank Valley trailing Brookville 2-0 here on the YDL Sports
At Champion
Network.
Modular, we don't just build homes, we build futures. Join our Strattonville team and help build it all. New to the trades? Got experience? We need you. Enjoy awesome benefits, bonuses, and more. Build a better tomorrow with Champion Modular.
Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
So we go to the top of the second inning, 2-0 Brookville. It'll be Smith, Colgren, and Nemo. 8, 9, and 1 for the Raiders. Ball 1. To Landon Smith, who now fly pop, second baseman Gold there. He'll make the catch, 1 away. That'll bring up Trent Colgren. First pitch to Colgren, fouled at the plate, strike 1. One in the 0-1. That's outside. 2 balls and no. 1 ball and 1 strike. Excuse me. 1 in the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First of 2 games for us today. We'll also have at 2:00 Clarion Limestone, DuBois Central Catholic. One in the 1-2. Up high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs here. Ball is fouled away. Strike 1. Strike 1 to Nemo, who singled. One ball, 1 strike here on Nemo. Wagner working fast, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And reaching out and popping it up, Wagner off the mound will make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of an inning and a half here in DuBois, it is Brookville 2, Redbank Valley nothing here on the YDL Sports Network. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Are you planning for retirement? Looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Back here at Stern Field, we go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 2-0 Brookville. It'll be Brock George, Caden Sturgeon, and Jordan Smith here for Redbank Valley against Parker Colgren. Brookville 5-3 on the year. Redbank 6-2 as Brock George steps in. Ball 1 outside. There's a strike. There's a chopper. Colgren off the mound, fields it, throws, and George is out number 1 here in the second. That'll bring up Caden Sturgeon. Colgren winds, delivers outside, ball 1. Cochran's 1-0 delivery. Outside 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Sturgeon. Wind in the 2-0 delivery. Outside, ball 3. It's now 3-0 on Sturgeon. Again, the one thing that gets Colgren in trouble so far this year has been the walks. 14 now in 14 and 2/3 innings. 3-0 pitch coming to Caden Sturgeon. That's a called strike. 3-1 on Sturgeon. If you're just joining us here in this early morning, Brookville picked up 2 unearned runs in the first inning. Called strike 2. So Colgren's gone from 3-0 to 3-2 on Sturgeon. Wide into 3-2. Outside, ball 4. One out walk, and now we're going to get a runner for Sturgeon. Be number 19. That is Eli Schaefer going in to run for Sturgeon. So Schaefer, the courtesy runner here. Called strike 1 to Jordan Smith. Smith, 136 on the year. Colgren checks the runner at first, comes home. Up high. And that's 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Fouled out of play. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here on Jordan Smith. Eli Schaefer takes his lead off of first, and that ball is fouled out of play. That's going to get beyond the catcher, Morera. Runner headed to second. He is out. So Redbank has now committed 2 outs on the base paths, given up 2 unearned runs, and we're only in the bottom of the second inning. Two outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jordan Smith. Called strike 3, and the inning is over. For Redbank in a second, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was a walk, a caught stealing. Well, technically pick off, caught stealing, not really. Guy trying to advance on a wild pitch, but anyway, nobody left on base. At the end of 2 full, it's Brookville 2, Redbank Valley nothing.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com.
We go here to the top of the 3rd inning. It will be Colgren, Morera, and Blake for Brookville. Colgren walked in his first at bat. So Colgren at the plate against Wagner. First pitch didn't go, held up, 1 ball, no strikes. That's a ball. Now it's 2-0 on Colgren. Colgren was erased on a fielder's choice at the plate in the first inning. That's inside. Now it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on Parker Colgren here in the third. That's in there for a called strike. 3-1. Three-one delivery. That's outside. Ball 4. Second walk drawn by Colgren. Both walks issued by Wagner have been to Colgren. Now we're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. That's going to be Gavin Mills. So Mills will go in to run for Colgren. Sure if Mills ran the first inning or not. So that brings up Landon Morera. Morera fouls it away. Morera reached on that fielder's choice where Huffman tried to throw to third to get Nemo, who was dead duck over there, but the throw was wide of Brock George, and it loaded the bases, and then Nemo ends up coming around and scoring the first run. Almost picked him. That was a nice move there by Wagner. Now we're going to have a discussion here on whether or not the runner got back to first or not. Basically, the base umpire saying, I can't see whether he got in there or not. Now, they're going to call him out. He was picked off. So they're saying he did not get back. That's a tough call on a 2-man crew. I don't know if you can really overturn it, but they just did. 1 away. That's a difficult call. And Chad Weaver, it's the base umpire's call, and you just made the call as the home plate umpire from out there. The base umpire asked him to give some help there, but again, that's really tough. There's nobody really close to the plate to actually be able to see whether he's back in there or not. The home plate umpire is 90 feet away. The base umpire is probably about 80 feet away and can't see whether he touches the bag or not. To be able to say that the tag and the guy didn't get back, I mean, you almost got to say that the guy wasn't at first base at all. That's the only way that this one works in terms of being able to have the out there, is by saying that he never actually reached the bag, because there's no way that the home plate umpire can see the tag and whether or not he's on the bag, and there's no way the base umpire can see it. So without replay, and obviously we don't have replay. I mean, I've got replay, but it would be one of those situations where it's a tough call, and I can understand why Chad Weaver is upset. You don't very often see that play get overturned like that, but it is what it is. It's not. They're not gonna change their minds on it. It's gonna be the out. He's gonna be picked off. So that's Mills gets picked off first, and there's 1 away here, and it's no balls and 1 strike. And now that ball is driven into the left center field gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. The left fielder, Byers, cuts it off. His throw comes in to second. It's a double for Morera, and so now that pickoff looms even larger right now. So the double by Morera. And that'll bring up Lad Blake, who had an RBI single that scored Nemo in the last inning. So Wagner checks the runner at second. And he hits Blake in the back, and Blake tosses the bat, looks at the umpire and says, "My bad." So I don't think Blake meant to throw it as hard as he did, but he tossed it into the screen, and now it's first and second. And they're going to give him a warning there for throwing the bat. This game's had a little bit of it all already. There's a foul ball, strike one to Tyler Barnett. Barnett granted into a fielder's choice. That was the play where I think it was Colgren was out at the plate. I don't think it was the courtesy runner, but I could be wrong. 1 ball, 1 strike there. I think it was Colgren was out of. There's a called strike. The ball is fouled at the plate. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball is low, so it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Colgren. Runners at first and second, 1 out. That's low, and now it's 3-2. And now how big does that pickoff look? See what Brookville decides to do here on a full count. Runners don't go. It's up high, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. Bases are loaded. Wagner's been wild this inning, and I think that's going to be it for Braylon. They're going to hand the ball over here to the Gold that's getting it. Redbank doesn't have numbers on the front of their jerseys, so it's a little hard to see who's on the mound right now. It is Carson Gold is going to take over. As he does this, we will step aside here in the bottom of or top of inning number 3 with it 2-0 in favor of Brookville here on the YDL Sports Network.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. So taking over on the mound here is Carson Gold. As he replaces Braylon Wagner with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the 3rd. Gold's first pitch is to Zach Phillips, who fouls it away, strike 1. Gold has pitched 4 1/3 innings. This is his 4th appearance. 3.23 earned run average. That pitch stays high, 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a ball, 2-1. Gold on the year has given up 1 hit, walked 8, struck out 5. So 2 balls and a strike here to Zach Phillips with the bases loaded and 1 out. And now it's 3-1. In case you're wondering, with both these teams being KSAC teams now, this is a non-league game. Only 1 game counts, and that one's coming up on Thursday in Brookville. Winding the pitch. There's a ground ball to the shortstop, Huffman. He'll go to Wagner for 1 on to first, and Wagner throws it away. And that'll allow a run to score. And actually, 2 of them will come home. As the ball goes out of play. So, fielder's choice for Phillips. He'll go to second on the air on the shortstop, Wagner. Morera scores. Blake ends up scoring on the air. So, Barnett is out at second. And it's ball 1 here to Dante Morey with 2 outs. Or is it 1 out? It's 2 outs. 4-0 now in favor of Brookville. As now it's, well, I'm not going to guess at the count right now, folks. Swing and a miss. That's at least 2 strikes, I believe, on Morey. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Morey. Gold checks the runner at second. Comes home with the 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Phillips is, that ball is grounded. Wagner charging, fields, throws, and gets, and the inning comes to a close. But it is 2 runs on a hit, an error, a walk, and a hit batter, and 1 left on base. At the end of 2.5, it is now 4-0 in favor of Brookville over Redbank Valley.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
So we head now to the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 in favor of Brookville. It'll be Byers, Hepler, and Neiswanger for, brought to you by Nolf, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City. First pitch to Byers from Parker Colgren. Inside, ball 1. That is ball 2 now, 2-0 on Byers. Wide in the pitch, outside. Now it's 3-0 on Wyatt Byers. And there's ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to Wyatt Byers. So that'll bring up Ryan Hepler. Throw over to first. Byers back in safely. Showing bunt here is Hepler. Pulls back. Strike. Throw down to first. Swipe tag. No, not in time. Runner going to second. Throw down. Not in time. Stolen base for Byers. I believe that was a strike. It was. No balls and 2 strikes here on Hepler. That is outside, so it's 1-2 on Hepler. There's a chopper. First baseman Blake will take it to the bag himself. That'll move Byers to third. It's now a runner at third with 1 out for the top of the order and Isaac Neiswanger. Now out to the mound goes Chad Weaver. Just Weaver and Colgren right now. So that was a quick mound visit. Not real sure what all that was about, but first pitch coming here to Neiswanger. Inside, ball 1. Two and 0 now. Ball is fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Neiswanger. Wind in the pitch. Little fly ball. That ball is going to be trouble. It's going to get in. Throw to the plate. No, that was caught. I'm sorry, by the second baseman. I missed that. Sorry, blocked by a pole for a second. That was caught, but on the sacrifice fly, Byers scores, and Redbank gets on the board. They trail now 4-1. Apologize for thinking that ball was in. This was blocked for a second there. It's hard sometimes when you're at the field level here where there's press boxes to see things. Is coming to the plate now is Carson Gold, who's now pitching. So for Carson Gold. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gold. Winding the 1-2. Called strike 3, and the inning is over. Redbank does pick up a run thanks to a walk, a stolen base, and then some small ball. At the end of 3, it is now 4-1 Brookville over Redbank Valley.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Back here as we go to the 4th inning, it'll be Smith, Colgren, and Nemo for Chad Weaver's Brookville Raiders, up 4-1. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. Ball 1 here from Carson Gold. Gold took over with 1 out and the bases loaded last inning. Ended up 2 of those runners came home to score. Next pitch is up high, 2-0. Two balls and a strike now, or 3-1. Now it's ball 4. 5-pitch walk to Smith. First walk issued by Gold. 4th issued by Redbank pitching today. That ball is drilled towards center, but right at Neiswanger, who will make the catch. So Colgren hit it hard, but hit it right at the center fielder. 1 away here in the top of inning number 4. Right up the top of the lineup, Chase Nemo. He has singled and scored and popped up. Nemo showing bunt, throw over. Ripple has to go up and pull it down. There's a ground ball. Shortstop Wagner will flip to Huffman for 1. On to first. He throws it away. Runner will not be able to advance, but there are now 2 outs. Wagner looked like at first he might have been able to just take that to the bag himself, but instead he flips it for the sure out. Nemo reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 away now for Parker Colgren, who has walked twice. Runner going. Throw down by Sturgeon is not in time. So Nemo has now stolen 2 bases today. Didn't catch if that was a ball or a strike there. It was a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Love home plate umpires who put up the count, especially considering nobody running the scoreboard here at Stern today. That's on the inside corner. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Think back last inning when they had that controversial pickoff call where the base umpire called him safe. Then they got together, decided he was out. It could have given Brookville some more runs. Here's a ground ball. Second baseman Huffman onto the first baseman Ripple, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was a walk and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is still 4-1 in favor of Brookville over Redbank Valley here on the YDL Sports Network.
This is Chris Rossetti from the YDL Sports Network, and I want to tell you about my friends at the Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. I've been going to the Rehab Center since 2009, and I wouldn't trust my back and neck health to anyone else. The Rehab Centers include 3 D9 athletic alums, and Isaac Greeley of Port Allegheny, Matt Brush of Brookville, and Derek Mason of Cameron County, along with 4 additionally highly trained chiropractors, including Jason Jacobs. Find out more at therehabcenters.com. That's the Old English spelling of centers with an RES at the end. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary. Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
Back here in DuBois as we head to the bottom of inning number 4. Brookville with a 4-1 lead over Redbank Valley. 2 in the first, 2 in the third for the Raiders. 1 run in the bottom of the third for Redbank Valley. Braylon Wagner now playing shortstop will lead off. Wagner was the starting pitcher, went 2 in the third, gave up 4 runs, only 1 of them earned on 3 hits and 3 walks, struck out 3. Facing Parker Colgren, who a walk hurt him last inning, as Redbank picked up a run without a hit. Strike 1 to Wagner. It's a ground ball. Shortstop Smith up with it. Throw across the diamond. 1 away. Bring up Jackson Huffman. There's a little chopper to Smith again. Throw across. 2 up, 2 down on 6-3 groundouts for Parker Colgren. It'll bring up Brock George. George grounded back to Colgren at the mound in the second inning. It's a called strike. That's outside, ball one. 1-1 strike here on Brock George. First of 2 games we'll have for you here from Stern today. There's 4 total. Two one pitch. Fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is a line drive over the head of a leaping Smith. Left fielder Morey will get it back in. So it's a 2-out single for Brock George. And that'll bring up Caden Sturgeon. Sturgeon walked in the second. There's another chopper to Smith. He's got it. And on 6-3 putouts in the 4th, the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left on base for Redbank Valley. We head to the 5th. Still, Brookville 4 and Redbank Valley 1 here on the YDL Sports Network.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, we're knowledgeable, we have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here, you can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
And we're still waiting on a pitcher, so we'll take another break here. Or, I'm sorry, waiting on a catcher. I said pitcher when I meant the catcher.
A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Marrera, Blake, and Barnett for Brookville. First pitch, ground ball up the middle, base hit for Landon Marrera. We're going to get a runner here for Marrera. Be Gavin Mills. Can't be Mills. So we're getting number 10 for the Raiders. That is Jimmy Graham. So Graham will run here. Called strike. That ball is popped up. Center fielder Nicewonger drifting into right center field a little bit, makes the catch. One away. Yeah, we got one out here, and we are in the 5th inning now. Top of the 5th. Too many things going on. Doing everything myself here. There's a called strike. On Barnett. Crowding the plate here. Winding the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop Wagner calls for it and makes the catch. 2 away. So 2 outs now for Zach Phillips. Phillips reached on that fielder's choice that could have been a double play. Ended up 2 runs came home. And in a 4-1 game, those 2 runs are pretty big right now here in the 5th inning. Carson Gold, basically 3rd inning of relief, throws ball 1. Came in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Phillips was the first batter he faced. He got him to ground ball to second baseman Huffman, who went to the shortstop Wagner for 1, but Wagner's return throw was wide and went out of play. It's now 2 balls and no strikes here on Phillips. Graham, the courtesy runner at first, takes his lead. There's a swing and a miss. Chasing one down low was Phillips, and it's 2-1. Winding the 2-1. There's a ground ball. Wagner waits for it, steps on the bag, and the inning is over. For Brookville in the 5th, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of inning number 5 here in DuBois. It is Brookville 4, Redbank Valley 1 on the YDL Sports Network.
Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your cruise planner's advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking discounts. Get in the game with Griggs Travel at GriggsTravel.com. That's GriggsTravel.com. John Griggs, Port Allegany grad, 1,000-point scorer, 3-sport standout, ready to help you plan your dream getaway. Cruises, resorts, hotels, tours, everything's handled, even your own travel app, and easy rate booking if plans change.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front 9, coupled with a back 9 situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
At Champion Modular, we don't just build homes, we build futures. Join our Strattonville team and help build it all. New to the trades? Got experience? We need you. Enjoy awesome benefits, bonuses, and more. Build a better tomorrow with Champion Modular.
With locations in Shippenville and Tonesta, Tonesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tonesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tonestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Sternfield and DuBois. It'll be Smith, Byers and Hepler for Redbank Valley, trailing Brookville 4-1 on this Saturday morning. Smith, first pitch swinging, little looper base hit into right field. Third hit of the game for Redbank Valley. That'll bring up Wyatt Byers. Byers walked, stole second, went to third on a ground up by Ryan Hepler and scored on the sacrifice fly by Isaac Neiswanger back in the third inning for Redbank's load and run. Byers shows bump, lays down a really nice one. Third baseman Phillips up with it, throw across, not in time. Byers beats it out for a base hit. Oh, that was a beautiful bunt there by Wyatt Byers. And now Redbank Valley, something cooking here in the fifth. First and second, nobody out for Ryan Hepler. Got to imagine the bunt's still going to be on here for Ryan. Came in hitting 150 on the year, but 414 on base percentage thanks to 9 walks. Bunt's not on as he takes strike one. It's interesting. I would have thought if you're going to bunt with Byers there, you're probably going to bunt with Hepler, but Hepler didn't show. Now he does, and he lays it down, and that's another great one. And the pitcher's going to let it roll and roll and roll, and it goes foul. Oh, my. Wow. That was a great bunt, and it was in fair territory for a long time, but it had a lot of English on it and ends up rolling foul for strike two. So Hepler laid it down, and it just kept curling and curling and curling, and good job there by Colgren to let it curl. There's called strike three now, and there's one away. So, Colgren on that bunt could have easily picked it up because it was in the green, and there was no guarantee it was going to go foul, but he knew he didn't have it out, so he just let it roll, and it rolled foul, and now he strikes him out. So there's one away for Isaac Neiswanger. Neiswanger swings and misses, strike one. Neiswanger doubled and then hit a sacrifice fly in this game. 1 for 1. On that double, he tripped going around second, did a cartwheel, was still safe, or tripped going around first, was still safe at second. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Misses outside, 2-1. One and a 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Got a little piece of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Neiswanger. 2 men on, 1 out for Redbank Valley. Parker Colgren comes set at the belt, delivers. Fouled at the plate by Neiswanger. Two pitch. Up high. Now it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One out here in the fifth. Redbank Valley at the plate, trailing 4-1. Parker Colgren stares in. Delivers the 3-2. Ground ball. Shortstop Smith to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. And now there's runners at the corners, but there are 2 outs. So Smith flipped it to Nemo. His throw wasn't in time to double up Neiswanger. And now it's up to Carson Gold. So Redbank had first and second and nobody out. They now have first and third and 2 outs for Gold. Gold has struck out twice against Colgren, once swinging, once looking. There's a called strike. It's down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Wide in the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Two pitch. Outside, now it's 3-2. Nice one will be moving here. We'll see if Brookville holds them on. I wouldn't if I were the Raiders up 3-1, or 4-1, but they're going to hold them on. Runner goes. High, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Braylon Wagner. Chad Weaver going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher. We'll be right back.
Dead battery? Don't get stuck. Get to the Battery Warehouse in Clarion and Brookville. Fast, reliable service, and they treat you like family, getting you back on the road in no time. Visit thebatterywarehouse.com today.
So Chad Weaver said what he was going to say to his pitcher. Bases loaded for Braylon Wagner. Wagner reached on an error and grounded out. There's a called strike to Wagner. Wagner, the team's best hitter, coming into the day, 524 with 16 ribbies. Colgren's 0-1. That's outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to feel this is a real pivotal point in this game here with the bases loaded, 2 outs for Redbank, trailing by 3 in the 5th. 1-1. Wagner, ground ball right at the second baseman. Nemo on to first, and the inning is over. So Colgren works out of the jam. No runs. There were 2 hits, a walk, and the bases were left loaded. We go to the 6th. It is Brookville 4, Redbank Valley 1 here on the YDL Sports Network.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on.
Go here to the 6th inning. It'll be Morey, Smith, and Colgren due up for Brookville, 7, 8, 9. There's a ground ball right back to Gold. On to first, 1 pitch, 1 out. Bring up Landon Smith. It's a called strike. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Ball's fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. Line drive, base hit into left field for Smith. Going to bring up Trent Colgren with a runner at first, 1 out here. I think that was a ball. Had my head down for a second. That hit him. Second time that a Brookville batter's been hit today, and it's first and second, and just 1 out for the top of the order and Chase Nemo. Nemo has singled and scored and popped out and hit into a fielder's choice. That is Spike. Sturgeon does a nice job to keep it in front of him. Ball 1. One in the 1-0. That's inside and low. 2 balls and no strikes on Nemo. Another spike, and now the runner's going to head to third. Throw down by Sturgeon, not in time. Gets past the third baseman, George, but a nice job there by the left fielder, Byers, backing it up. And on the wild pitch, there are now runners at second and third. 1 out and a 3-0 count on Chase Nemo. Gold's pitch. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded, 1 out for Parker Colgren. Colgren has walked twice and grounded out. Now manager Chad Weaver wants a quick word with his pitcher here. And in this case, his pitcher, who's now a batter. Ball is fouled at the plate, strike 1. Big opportunity here for Brookville to expand on that 4-1 lead. Gold set, throws. Ball is ground ball to the first baseman, Ripple. He's going to come home. Runners out there. Throw back to first. It's a double play. So great job there. A 3-2-1 double play to get out of the inning. No runs. 1 hit. There was a hit batter, a walk, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Brookville 4, Redbank Valley 1 here at Sternfield in DuBois.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
With locations in Shippenville and Tonesta. With locations in Shippenville and Tonesta, Tonesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tonesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tonestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com.
At Champion Modular, we don't just build homes, we build futures. Join our Strattonville team and help build it all. New to the trades? Got experience? We need you. Enjoy awesome benefits, bonuses, and more. Build a better tomorrow with Champion Modular.
We head to the bottom of the 6th after that nifty 3-2-1 double play there. Get the camera back up there for you. There we go. Jackson Huffman leading off here for Redbank. Parker Hallgren at 82 pitches gets a comebacker on the first pitch. 1 out. When you're at 82 and you want to go the whole way, that's how you do it. You get a comebacker to start the 6th. 1 out now for Brock George. Called strike 1. Outside ball 1, 1-1. Through 5 1/3. Been a masterful job by Hallgren. 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned on a walk. Couple of walks, actually. Looks like 4 strikeouts. There's a called strike, 1 and 2 here on George. It's outside. Two balls, 2 strikes on George. Ball is fly ball, deep right field. Going back on it as the right fielder Barnett. He camps under it. He makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs now for Caden Sturgeon. Sturgeon's walked and grounded out. Way outside, ball 1. It's up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes here on Sturgeon. Easily Hallgren's best performance of the season. That misses, and now it's 3-0. So walks, which have been an issue for Colgren, haven't really been today. He's only walked 3. Came into the game having walked 14 and 13 and a third, but he's now 3-0 on Caden Sturgeon. It's a called strike. Three balls, one strike on Sturgeon. That is fouled off of Sturgeon's foot. He's a catcher and he's hobbling. Oh, that hurts. 3 balls and 2 strikes is Sturgeon's going to try to walk it off here. As he took that one off his shin. That does not feel good. Parr's going to give him a chance to pull it back in. That might leave a mark. This is why you see in the majors all those guys wearing shin guards at the plate now. So from 3-0 to 3-2 here on Sturgeon. Wide in the payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And down go the Bulldogs in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 7th, 4-1 in favor of Brookville here in DuBois.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
Huffman will take over on the mound here for Redbank Valley in the 7th inning. Carson Gold, yeoman's job keeping this at a 4-1 game. 3 2/3 innings, gave up no runs, 2 hits, couple of walks, a hit batter, but really good job by Carson Gold. Did have 2 of those inherited runners score, but really that was on a ball that could have been a double play and none of them would have scored, as that was hit right at the second baseman Huffman, who flipped to Wagner, and then Wagner's throw went out of play. So really good job of relief there by Carson Gold. As leading off here will be Landon Morera. Morera's been on base 3 times. Double, a single, a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. Huffman has thrown 18 innings on the year. An average of 155. There's a chopper back to Huffman. On to first, 1 away. Huffman has struck out 32 and walked just 1. That is the most amazing stat of them all. In 18 innings, he has walked just 1 batter while striking out 32. 1 away here for Lad Blake. Blake has a hit, has also been hit by a pitch and scored a run. 1 for 2. Blake drills one towards center, but Niswanger camps underneath it, makes the catch, 2 away. Two outs now for Tyler Barnett. Down low, ball 1 to Barnett. Barnett grounded into a fielder's choice, is walked and popped up. Brookville 2 in the first, 2 in the third. Redbank 1 in the third. That's where we stand here at 4-1 as that ball is a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Barnett. It's up high and it's now 2-1. For Redbank in the 7th, it'll be the bottom of the order. Smith, Byers, and Hepler due up. 2-1 to Barnett. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson Huffman trying to leave it right where it's at. The ball is lined into right field. That's got a chance to go down into the corner. It will. Barnett, though, for some reason, just kind of stopped running at first base, and he'll just end up being held to a single on a ball that was into the corner down there and probably should have been a double. So it's a 2-out single for Barnett, and that'll bring up Zach Phillips. Phillips is 0 for 3, struck out and grounded out a couple times. It's up high, ball 1. It's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. That has fouled out of play, and now it's 1-2 on Phillips. Good chance Huffman starts on Monday at Monoton, a big game for Redbank Valley, but they'd like him not to throw a whole lot more pitches here. One, two. Ground ball. Wagner at short. Will step on the bag, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-1, Redbank Valley.
Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your cruise planner's advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking discounts. Get in the game with Griggs Travel at GriggsTravel.com. That's GriggsTravel.com. John Griggs, Port Allegany grad, 1,000-point scorer, 3-sport standout, ready to help you plan your dream getaway. Cruises, resorts, hotels, tours, everything's handled, even your own travel app, and easy rate booking if plans change. Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Back here as we head to the bottom of inning number 7. Bottom of the order due up against Parker Colgren. Colgren has thrown a masterpiece so far. Given up just 4 hits through 6 innings, 1 run. Struck out 4, walked 3. Colgren, though, is at 96 pitches, so he's most likely not going to be able to go the whole way here. They're going to have to rely on somebody to get the save here if he can get Smith. Ooh, that just missed Smith, ball 1. Spiked it. Winding the 2-0. In there for a strike. But now this means Smith will be the last batter for Colgren. Wind and the 2-1. Outside, now it's 3-1. Three-one pitch coming to Smith. It's right in there for a called strike, taking it look like all the way there. Now it's 3-2. 3-2 on Jordan Smith, leading off here in the seventh for Redbank. They need 3. Colgren's pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Picked up, throwing down to first, and picking it there is Blake, and there's one away. And that'll be it for Colgren. And it will not be a save situation here right now, and that was recorded, and the pitcher would have had to go a full inning with a 3-run lead. But as we wait for the pitching change, we'll step aside here on the YDL Sports Network.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart-pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Back here as Lad Blake takes over on the mound for Brookville. Blake's first appearance of the season comes in a 4-1 game midway through the year. Nobody on. Wyatt Byers at the plate. Byers is 1 for 1 with a walk, had an infield bunt single in the 5th, an inning in which Redbank left the bases loaded when their best hitter, Braylon Widener, grounded out. Strike 1 here to Byers. It's in there, catches the inside corner. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Byers. Blake working fast. That's up a little high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wine in the 1-2. That misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Called strike 3. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th for Redbank Valley. Last hope for the Bulldogs comes to the plate in Ryan Hepler. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Blake's first pitch in there for called strike 1. Stick with us at the end of this game for our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game interview. Wide in the 0-1. That misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's in there. Now, Redbank Valley down to their last strike. 1-2 here on Hepler. Blake's pitch spikes it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake ready with the 2-2. Misses, and now it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lad Blake set, delivers. Ball 4, spiked it, and so Redbank stays alive here with the 2-out walk to Hepler, his 10th walk of the season. So now Isaac Neiswanger comes to the plate. Redbank wins another base runner still, though, to bring the tying run up. Should have mentioned Colgren's over playing first base now, holds the runner at first. Ball 1. A little surprised they're holding him there with a 4-1 lead. I think I might just play behind him. It really doesn't matter over there. Don't give up that big hole over there. There's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Blake ready with the 1-1. Holding up there was Neiswanger. Now it's 2-1. Gold would be next if Neiswanger would reach. 2 outs here in the 7th for Redbank. Ball is lined foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. Once again, the Bulldogs down to their final strike. Blake ready, delivers. Outside, count is full. And now I'd definitely move off of first base if I was Brookville here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Outside. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. After 2 outs. And now the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Carson Gold. Gold has struck out twice and walked, all against the starter Colgren. First pitch, high, and it's going to go off the glove of the catcher Morera, and on the pass ball, the runners each move up 90 feet. So now second and third. Now another ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And now Blake can't find the strike zone all of a sudden. Lad Blake ready with the 2-2, or 2-0, excuse me. High, and now it's 3-0. Braylon Wagner, the reigning District 9 Player of the Year, is on deck. Lad Blake pitches in there for a called strike. 3-1 here on Gold. Wind into 3-1. Outside, ball 4. 3 consecutive walks have loaded the bases. And Chad Weaver coming out to discuss things with his pitcher Blake and his catcher, as coming to the plate, Braylon Wagner came into the day hitting .524, but he's 0 for 3. He had 16 ribbies on the year. Again, the reigning District 9 Player of the Year. Wagner was up with the bases loaded in the 5th and grounded out. So Wagner steps in against Lad Blake. Blake's first pitch. Down low, ball 1. Again, this was Blake's first appearance of the year. Got the strikeout of Byers, but has now issued 3 consecutive walks to load them. Wind in the pitch. That's in there for a called strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Wagner. If Wagner reaches with something other than a homer, Huffman would be next. 1-1. Wagner, fly ball down the right field side. Does it stay fair? It does not. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That would have been trouble if it was fair, if it had stayed in play. It might have tied the game, actually. It was just a little blooper. But it was foul, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Redbank Valley once again down to its final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Wagner. Blake set at the belt. Delivers the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doesn't want to go 3-2 on Wagner because that would give the runner at first Gold a head start. Wind into 3-2. Or 2-2. Now it's 3-2, and now that will give the runners all a head start. Most importantly, Gold over at first, who represents the tying run. Ball in the gap could tie this one. Blake set. 3-2 pitch, runners off. Wagner hits one, and it's going to hit over the second baseman's head. 1's in, 2's in. They're going to send the runner. No, they're not. And now Gold is tied up between first and third. They're continuing to run him. Colgren is going to go, and he's going to tag him out. And the game is over on the third player erased on the base pads in this game for Redbank Valley. Final score 3-2 or 4-3 in favor of Brookville here at Stern Field as the final out recorded on the base pads. We'll be right back after these messages.
Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion in stock. A good garbage company is like a good utility player. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For great dependable garbage service in Clarion County, no one does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsonsgarbageservice.com. Looking to score big on your next vacation? Start with a travel advisor who delivers. Your cruise planner's advisor is your go-to, saving you time, money, and stress, while hooking you up with exclusive deals, upgraded amenities, and early booking. Well, howdy there, rodeo fans. The 2026 North Washington Rodeo is sounding up August 18th through the 22nd with a big old kickoff party on the 17th. Grab your boots and hats for bronco riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and plenty of heart pounding action. Gates at 6, show at 8, social hall serving up supper from 4 to 7. Missed dinner? No worries. We've got concessions rolling all night long on Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, PA. Online at northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. Rain or shine, partner, this rodeo riding on.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
This is Chris Rossetti from the YDL Sports Network, and I want to tell you about my friends at the Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. I've been going to the Rehab Center since 2009, and I wouldn't trust my back and neck health to anyone else. The Rehab Centers include 3 D9 athletic alums, and Isaac Greeley of Port Allegheny, Matt Brush of Brookville, and Derek Mason of Cameron County, along with 4 additionally highly trained chiropractors, including Jason Jacobs. Find out more at therehabcenters.com. That's the Old English spelling of centers with an RES at the end.
We're back here with Parker Colgren, our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Parker, 6 1/3 innings, one run allowed. Parker, easily probably your best performance of the year. What was really working for you out there?
My curveball really hit the spot today, and I got a lot of confidence on my fastball today, so I started grooving.
One of the things that you'd struggle with coming in with the walks, you were walking a batter an inning, and you were able to cut those down today. How important is that?
The walks, I don't know. To help with that, I just go around the mound there, take deep breath, calm down. Yeah.
How important was it to go out there and pitch with the lead right out of the gate for you?
Oh, it gave me a lot of confidence. And the team and everybody in the dugout getting hyped helped me out a lot.
You were involved in the big play at the end of the game too. That's the 3rd time you guys erased one of their guys on the base pass. How important is that when you can get outs like that?
Oh, it raises everybody's confidence, gets us all hyped. It just helps team spirit.
Let's talk a little bit about that last play. That's not necessarily an easy play. That ball probably touched about 6 of you guys.
Yeah.
Just talk a little bit about what you were thinking as that play's going on.
We practiced at a lot of practice, so I was thinking we got this, So, and it worked out. We got it. Didn't really have any
Obviously,
problems.
this was the non-conference game against them, but it has to give you confidence going into playing them, next week again. And how big could that be for you guys? Everybody talking about them after they beat Clarion, having maybe the being in the catbird seat for the KSAC, but maybe you guys just sent a message here today.
Yeah, this is a good team, so we can't really get our confidence out too much. We've got to come back, do the same thing. Hopefully I can come back and pitch against them again. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on being named the Allegheny Grill Foxburg Player of the Game. We got a T-shirt here for you, folks. That'll do it for us here. Once again, final score 4-3, Brookville over Redbank Valley. We'll be back around 2:00 for the Clarion Limestone and DuBois Central Catholic game. Thanks for joining us.